Okay, from India and abroad, you have our richest flag order. Okay, broadband, Gary Sobers, there are so many creators. But why Margot Atwood? Okay, the story goes like this. So you have to, if you want to play for the country, if you want to play for the country, you have to be doing exceedingly well in your domestic cricket. Okay, all the domestic cricket you should be playing well in terms of your, say, from your school, your college, and your county cricket. Okay, so we have this Ranji Trophy and all that. So every country will have so many trophies. Okay, so your East Zone, West Zone, okay, South Zone. So after playing for the zones, so then you are picked for the country, right? So this guy also played a lot of domestic cricket, and every newspaper is carrying his name now. So hitting centuries after centuries, centuries after centuries. Finally, this Sri Lankan board picked him. Okay, so now. So that is a proud moment for any cricketer playing for the country. Okay, any cricketer, that is the happiest moment probably ever. Okay, representing the country. Okay, so he went on to play the match. Okay, so those of you know the scores because I already shared in a batch probably. So some of you might be knowing the scores. So just bear a while. So let also others know about this. So his first innings, he had the opportunity to play both the innings. Okay, he had the opportunity to play the both. He is now playing his first test match. The first inning, second inning, both the innings he was able to play. So can you guess what are his scores in first and second innings? Those of you know, please. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so any scores? Okay, somebody saying 60, 70. Some of you know. Okay. Okay, it's a guess. Okay. So playing for the country after hitting so many centuries in the domestic cricket, and when you are picked by the board and asked to play for the country, and when you want to remember that and you flunk in that, or you fail in the highest level. Okay, so what does the Sri Lankan board do now? So he was dropped from the national team. Okay, so this person is again back to the grind. Okay, again started playing domestic cricket. So wherever possible, he started playing again, hitting centuries. So after 17 months later, okay, so 17 months later he was again picked by the Sri Lankan board. Okay, had the opportunity to play again both the innings, first and second innings. So he tried now, obviously after 17 months of practice. So he tried very hard to succeed this time. So those who also already know the scores, please bear. So others can guess. Any idea? First innings again, opportunity to play both the innings, first and second.
6.
Okay, good guess. Okay. So now, so what does the Sri Lankan board do now? Again drop. Okay, again drop from the team. Okay, so this person now, so he is already having one painful memory. Okay, so having played for the country, okay, so duck out, drop, rigorously practiced, went on to play another second test match of his life, again failed, 0 and 1. Okay, so added to that memory earlier, now we have one more painful memory. Okay, so again, okay, he took the bat, went on to practice, okay, played again domestic cricket, again coming in the news. So 25 months later, he was again picked by the Sri Lankan board. This is 25 months later, that is after 2 years, 1 month. So this person already, okay, so again third test match of his life, okay, so again representing the country. So 17 months and 25 months, so 3 years almost, okay, 2 years, 3 years, fine, 3 years plus now, and he is yet to score his second run in the test cricket. Okay, so again tried hard and again had the opportunity to play both the innings. So this time can you guess what his scores are? Okay, can you guess? One more inning? twice have an experience of dropping him, again dropped him for the third time. Okay, so anybody would have quit the game here itself. Okay, any ordinary mortal human being would have quit this game. Okay, after 3 years of failure representing the country. Okay, anybody would have quit, but not Maranatha. So he went on again practicing domestic cricket. So 3 years later, 3 years, I mean look at 17 months, 25 months, this time 3 years later he was again picked by the Sri Lankan board. And to score his second run in test cricket, it took him 6 years. To score his, okay, second run in test cricket, it took him 6 years. Okay, and later you all know its history. Okay, in his career he scored 6,000 plus runs with 16 hundreds and 6 double hundreds, and the most important okay, so he was made the captain of the Sri Lankan team. 6 years of failure. Okay, so one failure who had seen people quitting. Second failure, मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. I'm totally out of it now. But not Marwan. 6 years of failure, and still he had that yes, because I love cricket. It's his passion. Okay, if you can quote, I mean there are so many examples from your. So why I am quoting examples of cricket? You easily get connected to cricket. Okay, 2002, year 2002. If you are fans of cricket, 2002, India today West Indies, Antigua. Okay, West Indies, you know how fast they bowl. Okay, so these pacers, okay, in ordinary pitches only they generate pace, and West Indian pitches they will, okay. So one ball hit Anil Kumble on the jaw. Okay, some of you probably able to recollect this. The left jaw. Okay, so he was batting, one ball hit him on the jaw. So immediately rushed to hospital. So the doctor certified that it's broken and multiple fractures. Not even one fracture. The entire jaw is now broken and multiple fractures. So our board is quick enough to take a decision. So because he would not be playing the rest of the series, so let him call back. Instead of him, send another person. So his flight ticket is booked for the next day. Okay. So next day he came to the ground with the bandage and all that. Okay. So the bandage from the supporting the jaw over the head also there is one bandage. Okay. So he was sitting in the pavilion waiting for the flight which is in the evening. Okay. So just relaxing, and then he saw the brain coming to bat. Okay, so he was in his peak form then, brain and anybody would have had the comfort of anyhow he is suffering from the pain, and nobody is going to ask him. But still, Anil Kumble with the fractured jaw, with multiple injuries, had some painkillers and went on to bowl 14 overs at a stretch. 14 overs at a stretch and got the wicket of Brainla. Okay. Sorry? Yeah. Okay. So he got the wicket of Brainla, and so then the comments came in the evening. So Sunil Gavaskar said this is one of the bravest things he had seen on the pitch. Okay, so Bhavan Richards also commented positively like that. Okay, I have never seen a player with so much of injury went on to bowl 14 overs. Okay, so there are instances of this is what your attitude is. Okay, so why I am telling all this? So don't say your attitude. Okay, we just talk of words like that. Okay, understand the significance of each word. Understand the meaning of each word. Similarly, you have values, beliefs. Okay? So there is so much of importance attached to each word. So what counts is what is inside the tea bag. Okay? So labels do not matter, the quality of tea inside the bag matters. So what really matters is your beliefs, your values and your attitude. Okay. So So the real flavor comes through only when the tea bag gets into hot water. Okay, you have hot water, you have a tea bag. So if you dip the tea bag in lukewarm water, it does not show the real strength. Okay, the true character of a leader shines through, and there are challenges. Okay, so if you want the flavor, the water has to be really hot. Okay, so good tea bags look forward to get into hot water. So just imagine, you have hot water here, you have a tea bag here. Okay, so what is the tea bag telling? When a tea bag sees hot water, it says, okay, wow, can't wait to get in. Okay, so you have to put into the hot water. Okay, tea bags love hot water, they don't run away from it. Okay, similarly, great leaders relish challenge. Okay, they love the opportunity to test their skills and prove their real mettle. Oh, good, yeah. Okay, now everybody is standing back and saying, okay, including the one who made. Okay. Okay, a tea bag must be porous. Okay, for the tea bag to work, it has to come in contact with water. Okay. Leaders should never, this is most important. Some of you, and because I have seen you since 1.5 years. Okay, so please note, some of you, okay, this applies to some of you. So a tea bag must be porous. For the tea bag to work, it has to come in contact with water. Leaders should not build walls around themselves. Okay, so that prevent people from reaching out to them. You got to be approachable. If you want to rise, okay, so now you are at it. If you want to grow up in hierarchy, okay, if you want to rise in the organization, you got to be approachable. Okay, so please do not build walls. Tea bags work, never mind where they are in the cup. Okay, so the tea bag's efficacy is not to link to its position in the cup. Okay, leaders derive strength from within. Leaders derive strength from within and not from title or position in the organization. Okay, so we started saying that you are all leaders. Okay, we manage our lives, we lead our lives. Okay, so the one more story of Ratan Tata. Okay, so when he joined his career, okay, way back, so he was heading the electric company, that is the Nelco. Okay, so on one day he was passing through, okay, reaching his office or factory, okay, in Nasik. Okay, so 3 or 4 of his colleagues along with the police he is traveling. Okay, suddenly, okay, the tire got punctured, a flat tire. Okay, so most of the executives, all of them, okay, getting down. Sigh of relief, okay, after a long travel, some break, okay, somebody interested, they're lighting the cigarettes, okay, so 2 of them chatting, okay, sharing jokes. So suddenly they could not see Mr. Ratan Tata. So all these, now 3 of them were talking about him. So we didn't see him get out from the car, very easy, okay, easy behind the bush. Okay, no. So what? So just they turned around and saw. So meanwhile, what Mr. Ratan Tata is doing is, okay, so blazer removed, your shirts, okay, your sleeves rolled up, helping the driver to fix the tire. Okay, a top executive of a company, okay, doing that for the driver or helping the driver to fix the car. So leaders derive strength from within and not from a position or a title. Okay, don't wait for situations to show that you are a leader. Okay, so situations may come or may not come, but believe in yourself that you are a leader always. Okay, and leadership comes within. Okay, sometimes one tea bag is not just enough. Okay, if the cup is very large, then one tea bag may not be sufficient to make a good beverage. Okay, so asking for assistance is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of great strength and self-confidence. Again, some of you. Okay, so seeking help, Okay, so we are probably trained like that. Okay, our brought up is like that. Okay, I can see some of you, okay, whom I am actually addressing this, nodding your heads. Okay, that is appreciable. Okay, I could see some of you. Okay, so you take a step back when you want help. You don't want to ask for help. Okay, please get rid of this. Taking help is a leadership quality. Giving help is anyhow leadership quality. But taking help is also a leadership quality. Okay, so you need not hesitate to seek help. Okay, asking for assistance is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of great strength and self-confidence. Especially when you get into your projects and you have deadlines, okay, you have to seek help. Okay, sometimes you need to add some sugar and milk. Okay, sometimes the business needs complementary skill sets that no single leader can provide. And good leaders find colleagues who complement their skill sets to achieve the end results. Okay, so you are into one department, maybe technically. So please remember that there could be a marketing or a sales department, there could be a finance department, there could be a HR department. Okay, so as soon as you enter the organization, you have to complement the skills. Okay, so you have to make your marketing manager, sales manager understand your product. Because he is the person who is actually marketing the product. Okay? So someone holds the string always. Okay? So that's a humble thought which leaders must never lose sight of. Okay? So you are not the only one in the organization. So somebody is holding your string. Just like the tea bag. Okay? So everybody is reporting it to somebody else. Okay? So guys, try to watch a video? Okay. So if you are happen to buy this book, please buy this book, Principles of Leadership or Leadership Lesson, Secret of Leadership. Book name is Secret of Leadership from Prakash Iyer. Okay, now listen to this. Just see this video. I don't know. I'm just connecting the mic here to the speaker. Whether it will work or not. You are able to listen to the audio? Yes, sir. Yes. So you want to get a PhD to become a leader? No. PhD is a leader's mantra for success. So let's see what this PhD is. Okay. So take in the history any leader in the history certainly has one key element, that is passion. One key element, that is passion. So what's passion? So do you enjoy what you are doing? Do you enjoy what you are doing? Okay, passion helps you to jump out of your bed every morning to work on your goals. Okay, not because you have to, but because you love to. Okay, so please ask yourself, do you enjoy what you are doing?
Yes.
Are you in the right field? Okay, so couple of you I know, okay, so most of you are in the right field, but couple of you, okay, maybe for 2 years, 3 years, because you are already taken up this, okay, but your appetite is not here. Your hunger is not here. Okay? So I don't want to name and discourage you. Okay? But doing this MSIT probably can be there for about couple of years, maybe another 5 years, 10 years before you find your passion. Okay. Then H is for hunger. Okay. P is for passion. H is for hunger. So how badly you want to win? Deeper? Dinner. Okay, feel? Oh, logical. After hunger, dinner. Okay. So P for passion, H for hunger. Okay. How badly you want to win? Are you really hungry for success? Okay. Steve Jobs famously advised, stay hungry, stay foolish, and reap the rewards. Okay, so then D for few lessons from Steve Jobs. Okay, listen to this.
I think you need to learn to have passion for doing the right thing and for making it insanely great. I think you need to have focus. He really eliminated any distraction and said, here's the top 10 things we want to do. They'd find out what would be on the top 10 list. Then he'd cross out the bottom 7 and say we have to focus only on 3. And he kept things simple. He kept saying, we could make products that add this, and this, but soon it would be too confusing to use. Let's make it so that there's one click, one button, one easy way to get to things. That simplicity, that focus, that passion for perfect products, that's the main lesson from Steve Jobs. You know, there were things he did that drove people to distraction. One of them was the reality distortion field. People would say, this is impossible to do, and Steve would stare at them and say, you can do it. Sometimes he was wrong, but more often he was right. He drove people to do things they thought were impossible. One of the things about Steve's products and the way he was as a leader is he was deeply emotional. He connected with his consumers, he connected with the people around him. Even though he could be rough on them at times, he knew how to really inspire them, and sometimes he'd be crying out of emotion because that's how strongly he cared about a product. And when you get one of the products he made, even the way the box opens, he had a design patent on that because he knew how emotional just the unpacking of a product could be. Pour your emotion into products if you want to be more like Steve Jobs. Steve's ability to think different means that he transformed whole industries, starting with the personal computer. Personal computers were for hobbyists and hackers, and suddenly said, no, we will package it and make it beautiful so that it will go to your home and be on your kitchen table. He does that with digital animation for films. He does it with music, with the iTunes Store, which makes it easy to get your music, and the iPod, which changes the way you listen to your music. He did it with a phone. He transforms the phone industry. By saying your phone's not just for making calls, your phone is your beautiful assistant that walks around with you. He even did it with retail stores, and now, most recently, with the iPad, he's transformed the publishing industry, the textbook industry, the media industry, and how we use computers.
Okay, so after passion, hunger, deeper. Okay, so any leader you take in the history, okay, you find these elements in them. The passion, the hunger, and the discipline. So nothing of substance was ever achieved without discipline. Okay. And response of a gold medal winning Olympic gymnast. Okay. I practiced when I felt like it and when I didn't feel like it. Okay. So most of us have the habit of doing when we feel like it. Okay. So if you want to become something great, so develop this habit of doing something when you don't feel like it also. So they have mastered this art. Okay, even if I don't feel like doing it now, let me get back to work. So probably 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20, at the right moment, your mind will come back to you. Okay, it's only the startup. So be there for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whenever you want your mind to come back, it will come back. So get into this mastery mode of doing something when you don't feel like it doing. Okay, slugging hard particularly when you don't feel like, it's often the key to success. Okay, so your own, okay, you would have heard people, okay, who are top, okay, they have this discipline. Okay, if you have, yeah, please.
Sorry, but the last statement, slogging hard, particularly when you don't feel it, is often. You often feel success. I don't think the person who actually was trying so hard felt that he was slogging. Because he was firstly passionate and hungry to do it. So probably the hard work actually felt because it's natural. So I don't want to.
So you are, yeah. So he is having a point. Maybe the slogging word is a misnomer there.
Exactly. People, if they feel that even if you're doing something which you don't like, you're not passionate about, you feel like
Slogging. Okay.
I don't want them to get
Okay.
this.
So this word particularly is used because when you are not don't feel like doing it. Okay. There are sometimes you are passionate about it, but you don't feel like.
Yes.
So at that point of time, maybe for about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you feel that you are actually slogging. Okay. So your own examples. I mean, you can draw examples from the film industry. You know NTR. Okay, he used to get up at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, in spite of in the film industry was doing, in spite of becoming the CM also, his routine did not change. Okay, so the people they are disciplined. That is the reason why they are called leaders, or they are able to go to that level. Okay, we'll take a break here after this PhD program. Okay, so you know what PhD in terms of leadership? It is passion, hunger, and discipline. So we'll meet after 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll have a break. We'll come back after 20 minutes.